Hey everyone, C-Stan here with the Lord of the Rings The Living Card Game. Today we're looking at the new Tactics Eowyn card from Flame of the West, and specifically how she fits into the Dunhere deck archetype. For a long time this has been kind of a subpar deck because, um, well, at least in solo, you need to keep your threat low to use his ability. He can attack enemies in the staging area when he attacks alone, so you need to keep your threat below the enemies in the staging area for it to work. But then he also needs weapons from the tactic sphere to power up his attack strength. And putting in a tactics hero in your deck normally meant sacrificing your willpower and your questing ability, and that meant your threat would often increase because you would fail quests, counter to the Dunhere objective. But now that we have Tactics Eowyn, she kind of solves that problem because she's got 4 willpower and she has a starting threat of 6, which is just crazy. So our goal here is going to be to keep our threat low, load up Dunhere with daggers and spears, each of which should give him +2 attack, and then just lay out a bunch of questing allies on the table to provide willpower, because we're really not counting on ever needing to defend. We just try to avoid engagement. Really, we don't have much in the way of defending. It would just come down to chump blocking with one of your allies. And yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of the deck list. I tried a mulligan for Resourceful because you can play it turn 1. Your starting threat is actually at 20, not 23, because Eowyn starts at 6, not 9. Okay, so let's see how this goes against the Temple of the Deceived, which is also one of the newest quests out. And it's different in a lot of ways, so I'll just go over it in case you haven't seen this quest before. We actually have all the locations in the deck are actually on the table already. So the encounter deck is just treacheries and enemies. And we start on either the top left or the bottom left location. And we're going to choose the bottom left. And after you explore, so this is technically now the active location. So its threat does not contribute to the staging area. The staging area is those locations that are orthogonal to it. So like up, down, right, and left. Right now we just have up and right. So right now the staging area has 2 + 2, 4 threat, along with this enemy which has 1 threat. And when we quest, we get put progress here on the active, and any overflow progress doesn't get placed on the quest. We can actually place it on locations in the staging area. And if you read these cards, after Lost Island, remove 4 progress from Lost Island to look at his face down side. So if you put your overflow progress here, if you get to 4, you can flip it over and see what's on the other side. And that's useful because when you travel there, which you can only do once you have fully completed the active location, you flip it over, and then most of these have some sort of effect that you do when it gets flipped over. So you might want to know what you're walking into. And the goal here is basically to traverse the island and explore it, flipping over these locations, finding ultimately the cursed temple somewhere in here. And when the cursed temple is active, this guy gets -50 engagement cost. He'll come down and attack. We kill him. We take the gate key from him. And the gate key is used to unlock the Temple of the Deceived, which is our ultimate destination objective. We are actually looking for the grotto entrance, which is one of the 3 here, but we're not sure which one it's under. But you can use the effect on the key to look at these face down sides here so that you know which one you're trying to get to. My general strategy for this quest is to just sit at a comfortable location like jungle path that doesn't really do much, and then build up a pretty good board state, and then go exploring the island. Now, this jungle path says that while it's active, the locations immediately above and below it are not considered to be in the staging area. So this is a nice place to start, because that means only the location to the right is in the staging area, and that means basically there's two threat in the staging area. I am going to represent that right here. So this represents this location being in the staging area. Okay, I already took my mulligan. I did not find resourceful, unfortunately, but we have some card draw here, so we might get lucky. And we start a new turn. Okay, lots of card draw. Let me play 1 Daeron's Runes, draw 2, and let's see what I want to do here. I gotta discard a card to Daeron's Runes. I think I will get rid of this Amphalas Herdsman. Play another Daeron's Runes. Draw 2 more. I don't need so many greetings. I'll play a third one. Okay, wow. Well, we did not manage to get our resourceful, but eventually we'll be able to lower threat again, so that maybe we'll get into it. I'd still need to discard a third time, and we are going to get rid of I guess Unexpected Courage. Okay, we'll play Spear the Mark down on Dunhere. So now he'll be attacking for 5 into the staging area, which is a good amount, but we're going to want more. And we will quest for 4, 5, 6, 7, and he's at 0. So we'll go 7. Reveal a card. Okay, when revealed, each player must choose raise his threat by the number of his characters committed to the quest, or deal 1 damage to each of his characters committed to the quest. I will deal a damage to each. And it looks like we had 7 willpower versus their 3 threat. So we get 1, 2, 3 progress, and then overflow can go here in the staging area. Okay, and we're not going to travel there, even though we could, because we fully explored this location. We are just going to sit tight and try to build up our board state. So we can start a new turn. Okay, we can play down Eowyn for 2. Draw a card. Okay. Now we can play the Handmaiden for 1. For 2, but that means we won't be able to play Test of Will. And there's no point in being at 20 at the moment, so let's just commit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, and I'm committing Sahir as well, even though he's at 0. Because I could do his action basically and spend a resource from another hero, put it on Sahir, and it'll get +1 willpower and 1 attack. So if need be, I can move a resource over there and gain an extra willpower. Okay, we reveal. Oh, okay. Curse of the Downfallen. Deal 1 damage to each non-objective ally with printed cost 2 or less. Place each ally destroyed by this effect on the bottom of its owner's deck. Okay, well, that's only Eowyn, so we're just going to take that. And we get 7 minus 3 again. That's 4 more progress. Well, 1, 2, 3. And there's nowhere else we can place it. So let's peek at this face down side. It's a cursed temple. We're actually going to be forced to go there because there's nowhere else we can go. When we decide to travel, that is. So that's the location that brings down the Temple Guardian. So we're going to want to stay here for a while until we're ready to take him on. Okay, new turn. Draw another card. Okay, we got a Warden of Healing. Doesn't help us. Okay. Well, let's just keep doing what we're doing here. 1, 2, we got 6, 7. Again. Reveal. Oh, so many treacheries. Until the end of the phase, add X threat to the total threat of the staging area. X is the total threat of all locations to the left of the active location. So there's no locations here, so it's 0. If X is 0, deeper in the ruins gains doomed 1, so we go up by 1 threat. But again, we quest successfully, but there's nowhere for us to place the excess location. Excess progress. Okay, so we would have loved for an enemy at some point, because Dunhere can be attacking it, and we've got Foe Hammer here we could use with our Spear of the Mark. But we've been getting nothing but treacheries. Okay, let's start. Let me do the action on Sahir, give him a willpower, and start a new round. Okay, now let's draw again. We get another weapon. And I want to save enough resources to play Test of Will and Greeting. Yeah. So I think you can imagine how much better of a position we'd be in if we had gotten Resourceful early. I'd have a lot more spirit resources and would have been able to play a lot of these allies. But the deck can still perform completely adequately without it, so let's just do 6, 7, 8. One thing I could add into this deck is Master of the Forge, but you really want to get it on the first turn, not any later than that. Okay, finally an enemy. So we committed 8 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We get 2 progress. Now Island Watcher cannot be optionally engaged. While Island Watcher is in the staging area, it gains forced at the beginning of the encounter phase. If the active location has the Ruins trait, Island Watcher engages the player with the highest threat. Then deal it 2 shadow cards. But we're at a forest, so we're fine. He does not do his effect. We can attack with Dunhere. He's got 2 plus 1 when he attacks into the staging area, so that's 3. 4, 5 from the spear, because we're attacking into the staging area. 6, 7 from the Dagger of Westerness, because his engagement cost is higher than our threat. So 7 attack actually kills him. And we trigger Foe Hammer. Draw 3. Alright. And I will do Sahir's action again. Start the new turn. Draw a card. Okay, we got Resourceful, so I'm going to play 3 to lower my threat by 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then play Resourceful down on Dunhere. Just for 1. Okay, we can play Warden of Healing for 2. And the rest I'm just going to keep like that. Okay, now we commit 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. We reveal Sunken Ruins, doomed 1. Each uncharted location in the staging area gets +1 threat until the end of the phase. If the active location has the Ruins trait, discard 1 resource from each hero and objective ally in play. So really that just adds 1 threat to the staging area, but we're well above that, and it's not a Ruins. This is why it's nice to just stay at a forest location. So really it's just the doomed 1. Okay. Warden of Healing heals off 1 here and 1 there. Okay, and new turn. Eowyn draws. Okay, we get our extra resource on Dunhere. Okay, now I'm going to play Mablung for 2 and play Handmaiden for 2. We got lots of willpower now. Our threat goes down by 1. And we can commit 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. This is really overkill. Let's just do 6. 8. Okay. 10. We reveal Throngs of Unfaithful. Surge. It surges into Faithless Desecrator. So we had 10 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not bothering to put any extra progress here because there's no point. Alright, Throngs of Unfaithful. When Throngs of the Unfaithful is destroyed, discard the bottom card of the engaged player's deck. If that card's printed cost is 2 or less, return Throngs of the Unfaithful to the top of the encounter deck. Well, so this guy, when you destroy him, it's assuming that there is an engaged player. So if there is none, then he cannot trigger his effect. So he's the optimal Dunhere target because you do not have to do the forced effect on him. And this guy, when engaged with the player, he contributes his threat to the total threat in the staging area. So it doesn't really matter whether you engage him or not. But I only have 1 action with Dunhere right now, so I am going to take out the guy with the more threat. So again, I'm at 7 attack. He's got 4 plus 2, so he's dead. And we can heal here and here. I'll spend a resource to buff up Sahir. Start a new turn. Gain a resource. Okay. Probably want to give Eowyn some more attack. So I will give her a weapon. Because she's going to be helping me with killing the Temple Guardian. Actually, I'm going to put it on Pippin. Because she can only use her ability once per game. And I have a feeling like I'm going to have to kill him more than once. So I'm going to put it on Pippin. Let's see. I'll play down Eowyn as well. For 2. Okay. And now we just... Oh, we can draw. I'd like to get Unexpected Courage so that Dunhere can be attacking multiple times. Okay. 6, 9, 11. We reveal another enemy. When you travel to the right, Profane Dead makes an immediate attack against the engaged player. So this is a prime Dunhere quest, that's for sure. We quest successfully. Dunhere with 7 attack takes out Throngs of the Unfaithful. And we don't have to do the forced effect because there's no engaged player. Nobody to heal. We just start a new turn. Gain a resource. Draw. Okay, good. I'm gonna get some more cards soon. I will play down another weapon. I'll play down an ally here. This is, yeah, you can really take this slow. Yeah, I'll play down another ally. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Reveal. Doomed 1. And this thing doesn't really do anything. It just adds 1 threat to the staging area. So 11 versus 4, 5. Okay, Dunhere takes him out. We exhaust, play Foe Hammer, draw 3, and start a new turn. Okay. Can play Quick Beam down for 2. And let's see. My threat's still okay, but probably want to reduce it soon. I'll draw a card with Eowyn. Good, another Foe Hammer. Okay, let's commit 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Reveal. Doomed 1. And that's it. That's a pretty weak treachery card for the beginning of the game if you're not at a ruins. If you're sitting at a ruins location, it's pretty bad. Okay. Heal up. Quick Beam. New turn. Draw. Resource. Okay. Got lots of willpower. Would love more enemies to come out. Okay, yeah, I'll keep those in hand. Let's just keep questing for 6, 7, 8, 12. Good, we got another enemy. While you're engaged with Soulless Cadaver, your deck cannot be searched. When Soulless Cadaver engages you, place each card in your hand with a printed cost 2 or less on the bottom of your deck. Well, he's not going to engage us. Dunhere is going to attack, and I've got 7 attack. Only takes 6 to kill him. We exhaust a weapon, play Foe Hammer, draw, draw, draw. Okay. New round. Gain a resource here. Okay. Now, I will play another. Let's see. Our threat's at 27. We need to play Greeting. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And play Handmaid for 2. We're down at 20. Play Resourceful for 1. And I might as well pass a resource over here. Play down Hennemarth for 1. And yep. Again, we could probably be advancing, but just want to show you how comfortable this deck is, because you can really maintain low threat with high willpower. Okay. 12. Reveal. Good, another enemy. We quest successfully. Dunhere takes him out. So this is nice. We haven't had to defend an attack all game. Okay. We just got another resourceful. I should have drawn with Eowyn first. New round. Resource. Okay. We'll draw again. I could try to get my 3rd resourceful out. There's not much point. Okay. Right, let's just continue. Do I want to build up anymore? Yeah, let's do one more turn. One more turn. Okay. 12. Reveal. Deal 1 damage to each non-objective ally with printed cost 2 or less. That'd kill my healer and Henemarth and my handmaiden, so I'm gonna cancel that. And start a new round. Actually, I'm gonna pay 1 here. Okay. Let's put some weapons down for fun. I've never done this before, but we're going to put the spears down on Eowyn, who is actually a Rohan character, because our deck's getting pretty empty, so we can turn Eowyn into a decent attacker. What else can we do? We could play Gandalf this turn. Yeah, I should have 2 more resources here, I think. Yep. Play Gandalf for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reduce our threat by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play a 3rd resourceful down. I guess here on Pippin. And now we quest for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll transfer a resource here. Give the defense to Gandalf. Reveal Faithless Desecrator. Okay. 10, we quest successfully. Now we're going to travel, and we flip this over. Well, the Cursed Temple is the active location. Characters with less than 2 willpower do not ready during the refresh phase. And we clear the progress from here. And now that we're there, this guy gets minus 50 engagement cost. So he will engage us. And we decided not to optionally engage him. There's no need. Shadow effect. Gandalf with 5 defense thanks to Arwen. Defends this. 6 attack. Takes 1 damage. And now let's see what we can attack back with. So Pippin's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's enough to take him out. To the victory display. We gotta exhaust a hero to claim that. We're just gonna wait. Dunhere is gonna attack. Kill this guy. And now the threat in the staging area is 2 + 2 + 3. So we're gonna go up to 7 threat from those locations. And we're gonna start a new turn. Okay, but while this is active, characters with less than 2 willpower don't ready. So unfortunately, Dunhere doesn't ready. These have all got 2. He was never exhausted. Gandalf is gone. We get 2 extra here, 1 extra resource there, thanks to Resourcefuls. We'll play down an Ancient Matham for 1. And Unexpected Courage for 2. We'll claim this. No, we're not going to claim it with Pippin. We're going to play down another healer, though. Alright. Now let's quest. We got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 29. Reveal. We got a Profane Dead. So 29 versus 8. So we actually make enough progress. 21 progress. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We can peek at these because they got 4. We have Winding Caverns and we have Drowned Graves. Winding Caverns says, when Winding Caverns is the active location, each enemy gets plus 10 engagement cost. That's a pretty nice location to be at for Dunhere. When you would travel from Winding Caverns to another location, you may travel to a location up to 3 locations away. So that would allow us to jump all the way to either this or this temple. We could skip the next Lost Island, which is good. And Drowned Graves. After it's flipped over, will active discard the top X card to the encounter deck. Each player adds an undead enemy discarded by this effect to the staging area. X is 2 more than the number of players in the game. While I don't mind enemies, it doesn't really help us win. Oh, and since after attached location is explored, the first player draws 3 cards. So I actually draw 3 cards now. And it doesn't go away because I guess it's not discarded, so it kind of just stays there. I'm not sure what to do with that. Okay. We will ready Dunhere. And I'm actually going to just not attack. I'm going to take this gate key here. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and for the travel phase, we're going to go to the Winding Caverns. When you travel to the right, he makes an immediate attack against the engaged player, but he's not engaged with anyone. Okay. Let's peek at the next encounter card. It's going to be another enemy. Okay, new round. I gain an extra 2 here, extra 1 there, and okay. We will play down Unexpected Courage on Dunhere. Spend a resource here and here, pumping up our objective allies. Okay. Now, we will quest for, let's see, 4, 6, 10, 12, 14, 16. The staging area has 2, 4, 5 in it. So 16 versus 8, we get 8 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Dunhere will attack once for 7, killing him. Attack a second time, killing him. And then that's it. Let's peek at the next encounter card. It's going to be another enemy. Okay, new round. Extra 2 resources here, extra resource here. We're going to use the gate keys action. So we exhaust the gate key and attached hero and spend 3 resources, 1, 2, 3. And we get to peek at one of the face down Temple of the Deceived. Okay, and we got lucky. We found the grotto's entrance. That's where we're trying to get to. Okay, however, you still need to pay the travel cost, which is to exhaust the gate key, and it's already exhausted, so it's going to take a turn. We are just going to commit 5. We're going to commit 4, 5, 6, 7. So we exactly tie, and Dunhere takes him out. Refresh, new turn, extra 2 resources, extra 1 resource, and we can play down some more allies. We have 2. Can buff up our objective allies. Maximum of 6, I believe. Yep. Okay. Now, let's... Should have peeked at the next card, but I just want to have some fun here. We will commit 4 plus 12. Each player must randomly discard cards from his hand until he has no more than 3 cards in his hand. Let me cancel that, because odds are I'm going to lose my test of wills anyway. Alright, we're successful. We can travel. We're going to go, and since we're at the Winding Caverns, we can go up to 3 locations away. We're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And to travel there, we need to exhaust the gate key. Flip. And when it's flipped over while active, put the Temple Guardian into play from the victory display. Engaged with the player with the highest threat, which is me. And when the 8th progress is placed on the grotto's entrance, the players have found the Sunken Ruins and win the game. Okay. Now, he's only minus 50 engagement cost, while Cursed Temple is the active location. So he's actually at 50, which triggers Pippin, although we have no cards to draw. But it does mean that all these daggers of Westerness are active, because he's at 50. Okay, let's defend with Nyasia. Give him a shadow card. Now, Nyasia gets 2 attack or 2 defense for each resource he spends, so I'm going to spend 2, to give her plus 4. She's at 6 defense, he's at 6 attack. If this attack destroys an ally, place that ally on the bottom of its owner's deck. It does not even do damage. Now, just for effect, because I know we can kill him without it, but Eowyn is going to ready plus 3 threat. I just want to use her ability. Now she's at plus 9 attack. 9, so she's at 10 total. Pippin's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 15 between the two, and that's enough to destroy the Temple Guardian. Now we just peek at the next card. It's a treachery. Start the next turn, and we just need to quest for the win. So we're gonna do 12 and 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, there's a lot of threat in the staging area, though. So what do we got here? 4, 8, 10. And I'm going to cancel that, so really I just need 18. So that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We commit 18, play Gandalf to reduce our threat. And cancel. And we quest victory. And our final score is pretty bad because we took 17 rounds to complete this. But overall, it might have actually seemed pretty easy. And it could just be because Dunhere counters almost everything this deck has to throw at it. Which is true. But I think he's pretty good at general quests now. You can stay at around 20 threat for a long time thanks to Eowyn's high starting willpower and some decent questing allies, and if you draw into resourceful a little earlier, you'll have an even better time. So there you go. That's Dunhere, and he's back and he's powerful. Hope you enjoyed it. Happy questing.